at my third appointment for my tattoo removal. I'm pretty excited, but I'm a little car sick. So
that'll be cool. That'll be a great addition to everything going on.
It is a hot day in the middle of the summer, and this will be my third appointment. My last appointment was color, and the appointment before that was black. So I think today's appointment is going to be black and color. So I think it's gonna suck. Or he'll just do color. Or he'll just do black. He'll tell me upstairs. So let's go. Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Going okay.
So last time you were in, we treated with a different laser. We started working on some of the colors.
Yeah.
Bruising, blistering, swelling, excessive itching, or anything out of the ordinary from the last time you were treated?
Itching again on the ankle. I know that is me not drinking enough water.
What can we do to change that?
Lifestyle overhaul. Okay. I'll work on it.
Thank you.
I guess because last time we did the color, I noticed like a purple, I guess like almost like a bruise, but not one that hurt, and not like a blister that I could like run my hand across and feel.
Sure.
So just like a purple red hue.
Did it shift to like that weird yellowish greenish color? Looks like somebody may have accidentally beat you with a wiffle ball bat. Because that kind of bruising is normal, not every.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I would say it was bruising, but it was just like red bruising.
Yep.
Okay.
Went away in about 4 to 7 days?
Yeah, exactly.
Totally normal.
Okay.
Any other instances, changes? I know we treated the white last time. Do you think that got darker? Did it get lighter? Did it shift colors?
Yeah, initially it got darker. So like, even when I got home from our appointment, I looked at it and I was like, this looks a little darker. And then like the next day I like filmed a video, so I was looking at it. After that, like it was almost like once I stopped worrying about it, it faded.
Perfect. Typically we start to see results 3 to 5 weeks post-treatment, but up to a week after it can look darker and more bold, and that's for any color, not just white. So that's completely normal as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what I experienced, that it almost got darker, and we were worried because white is such an unknown.
All tattoo ink is an unknown, but white is one of the scariest unknowns, because if it carbonizes, it can turn anywhere from creamy eggshell to brownish black.
Yeah, and I was just, because it was a white tattoo, my first instinct was like, oh, I shouldn't have even touched it, but now I'm happy to fade the whole thing.
Awesome, glad to hear it. So today's going to be your third treatment. We're going to go back to treating just the black and work on some of the iron oxides that are commonly found in color pigments as well. This is also the time where I'm going to start generally asking clients, have you thought about the cover-up you're going to do yet? Most clients need between 2 and 5 treatments.
Yeah.
The number is going to be varied based on ultimately how your body responds to treatments, how the tattoos were done, the colors and techniques that were used when it was done originally, and what you're going to cover it up with.
Yeah.
I don't want you to compromise with the cover-up, but I also don't want you to go through unnecessary tattoo removal.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing even on the drive here. I don't want my cover-up to be compromised, and even, online, it's pretty popular to get like black work or like a blackout arm instead of tattoo removal, and I'm seeing some feedback like, why wouldn't you blast over it? Why wouldn't you black it out? And I want like a feminine tattoo, and it's like such a, it's like a private kind of feminine part of my body, so I just don't want to compromise and put like so I don't have any ideas about what I want to put there, but I don't want it to be bigger than it needs to be or darker than it needs to be.
Okay, so we'll rule out blastovers and full side pieces.
Yeah.
I would generally recommend at this point, when we schedule your next appointment, to either put a little more time in, or to just send an email saying, hey, we're at about the 10 or 12 week period. Have you explored the idea of removal yet? Do you want to book another one? Have you talked to a tattoo artist, and what are their thoughts?
Okay.
You do need 3 months, roughly, sometimes a little bit more, from your last removal appointment before you can be covered up.
Okay.
There are obviously a lot of options that different tattoo artists will offer you. Ultimately, though, I want you to choose a tattoo that you like, not that makes a great cover-up.
Yeah, so that's what, through the whole process, that's what I'm looking for.
Awesome. Blastovers work a lot of times because the negative space outside of the thick black line work that is inside of there can be used as fill. So there are beautiful blastovers.
I've seen it done well.
But if that's not your style, that again, we're not getting you tattoos that make sense for cover-ups. We're just getting you great tattoos.
Yes. Yeah, because I think, talented artists do it well and you see it performed in excellence on Instagram, but
Sure.
I just don't want to. I'm at a point where I want to make sure I'm getting a really good tattoo, and that's what all this is about.
Yeah. So my ask is, as we move forward with this, maybe not today or this weekend or next week, but start to subconsciously think about styles that you like and where you'd like to go.
Okay.
Start having some conversations with tattoo artists. Where we are today, most people outside of street shop artists who do obviously amazing work, but usually on a smaller scale of things, they're booking out 6 months to a year.
Yeah, exactly.
So it would be helpful at least to get an idea if you're starting a conversation with an artist. I'll recommend, hey, listen, I really love what you do. I'm thinking about this, where you'll fill in the blank. I'm already getting laser done. Here's where I am with the fading process. Do you think I need more than this? Would you be able to do anything? I understand you're booked out 6 months or 18 months or whatever happens to be. I just want to make sure I'm ready so that when the appointment time comes, we can go ahead and do it, and I don't have to get set back another year based on your schedule or my fading results.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
So that's my ask. Those open-ended conversations tend to go over really well since artists are both not able to take you right now, and also you're still in the fading process.
Would you say that around the third appointment, this is the conversation you have with people who are... Because I'm not looking for a full removal.
Sure.
So...
Depending on the client, depending on the tattoo, depending on the goal and the cover-up, yes. Somewhere usually between the second and third or third and fourth, I will generally recommend it's time to start having at least a conversation. And if you're not ready to have a conversation, it's at least time to narrow down the style that you want. And that will help sort of narrow down the artist within either a driving distance or, if we're able to fly again, to get you within a flying distance of an artist as well.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So this appointment, this will be... So we've had the two before. Are we going to see results that are like... Last appointment you were like, this is the removal where you're going to start seeing things. So this appointment, is it even more?
It's cumulative, yes.
Okay.
So ongoing, we'll continue to target the larger pieces of tattoo ink that's in your skin, the particles that are too big to be removed. We'll continue to fracture them down. And then over time, your body will continue to move them out, which is why we don't rush you back in every 2 or 3 weeks for removal. We try to put 8 to 12 weeks in to start.
Okay.
If you were seeking full removal towards the very end, maybe around treatment 10 or 11, we'd be putting 6 months or more between your treatments.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's sort of like, I like to talk about hair. Right now, if I shave my head bald, there's no way that I'm going to have a head of hair for breakfast tomorrow morning. Doesn't matter how much biotin I eat or the fanciest shampoo in the world, my body's only going to grow hair at the rate at which it'll grow hair. For most, it's about 1/2 inch a month.
Yeah.
The more time we wait, the longer my hair gets, and I'm back to normal. Unfortunately, it's not all growing back, and my forehead is turning into a 5 head. But I digress. That's an analogy I like to use with clients, is time will almost always yield better results. There are obviously other things that are considered, such as the technique and style that the tattoos were done with, the pigment that's used, which is always a huge factor. It's not known what's in most of it. And then how your immune system's processing out, along with the location of the tattoo. Yours being on your torso and the trunk of your body tends to do very well in comparison to ankles and feet, wrists and hands.
Yeah.
But if you had a soft gray wash realism rose on your foot, that would fade unbelievably faster than the piece on your side, just because there's less ink in the skin, even though it's further away.
Manatee's one session.
Yeah, that was... What manatee?
Yeah, honestly. So this session is black.
Yes.
Okay.
Black and any of the ink that had black particles mixed into it to darken it or add texture to it. Any color isn't always a true color. There's going to be a base to it of some sort. A lot of times we find that treating color as black will start to reduce the saturation level of it. The colors will start to look a little more dim, they'll start to look watered out, and they won't be as vibrant as they used to because the black component of the color is no longer there.
Yeah, I did a side-by-side on Instagram of just like before and my very first appointment, just to like put them together, and I was like, this is pretty, like this is very noticeable.
Good.
It almost made my tattoo pastel. I was like, oh, if I could just have a pastel tattoo instead of a vibrant one.
Yeah, absolutely. And that unfortunately is some people just don't like the vibrancy of their tattoo. They'll do 1 or 2 treatments, be happy with it, and have the line work retouched and be done with it. Any other questions before we start today's treatment?
No. I'm just not looking forward to it. Because the black is the more painful one.
It's going to sting a little bit more, but it's a much faster treatment.
That's true.
We'll probably be done in maybe 75 to 90 seconds.
I know, it's so easy. The whole drive here, I was like, don't talk to me. But, okay. I'm ready.
So, the outline through here looks really good.
Yeah.
There's a section down here where it's still very dark, but all around the teeth it looks really good.
Yeah.
The white is up from here is almost completely gone. It does. I do see the texture you're talking about. Not sure what caused that, but
Probably just means not drinking water.
possibly. What I might end up doing, depending on how things respond, is this magenta didn't budge quite the way I thought it was going to.
Okay.
So I might try to treat it again. Unfortunately, I'll have to turn the camera off when I do that.
Okay.
It will wreck the sensor of the camera, but I couldn't be happier with the black through here. And just so you have an awareness, all these little dots is where the artist started and stopped pulling the line, either to reload their needle mag or just because they need to get into a better position.
Yeah.
They are inconsistent when they're put in, but you generally will not see these small inconsistencies in a finished line work or a finished tattoo. It's not until we start breaking them down that things become noticeable like this. But this fading looks really, really good.
Okay.
So we're just going to make a couple quick adjustments to the laser.
Are we doing the magenta before the
Second.
black?
Nope, I'll do it second. I'm going to see how it responds,
Okay.
and then how things respond will determine what I'll treat next.
Okay.
I want you to focus on breathing. 2 to 3 seconds in, 2 to 3 seconds out. If you need a break, you just tell me ouch, stop, it hurts.
Okay.
I'll give you a quick break.
Okay.
Generally speaking, I should be done in maybe 75 seconds.
Okay.
And focusing on that 2 to 3 seconds in, 2 to 3 seconds out is going to help both you and me get through this a little bit faster.
Okay.
All right, your second exhale, I'm going to give this a go. So nice deep breath in and out. Deep breath in again and out. There we go. Focus on your breathing. So the frosting isn't nearly as visible as the first time or even the second time. This is normal. You're doing really well. I am most likely going to come back in and start treating some of the other colors after I'm done with this. That one will barely feel. At this point, I'm just about at the halfway mark. How are you doing? Cold air feels good?
Yeah, it does. Oh, I can taste it. Yucky. That's the halfway mark, or
Yeah, we're about the halfway mark.
Okay.
You want to do a little more?
Yeah.
All right. So nice deep breath in and out. Here we go. I'm going to avoid the area of the white this time around just to see if a little more time and a little less laser will yield us some better results. Less than 10 seconds. You're done with this one.
I'm counting a lot faster than you.
You got a 1 Mississippi it.
I know.
Don't shortchange me.
Ouch.
Ow.
So we were just gonna do the black, but then we also did magenta, which I think is the red. So not like color remove session, but just we focused on the red, which is actually kind of pleasant compared to the black removal, so I didn't really mind the addition of it at all. When you stack them against each other, like I didn't even Like, it hurt, but after the black hurt so much, the red was just, like, annoying. But now my mouth tastes like metal. Ouch. Ouch. Ooh. Oopsie. It looks red, but it's not bleeding or anything, so I can just put my clothes back on. Like, I'm even wearing this white shirt, and it'll be totally fine. I mean, I don't tuck my shirt in my underwear, but yeah, all done.